Welcome to this Eagle Scout Court of Honor, honoring Jackson Jones on his accomplishments of achieving the highest rank in Scouting BSA. My name is Logan Powdrill, and I am Jackson's cousin and former Star Scout from Troop 303, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies today. Will the color guard please come forward for the presentation of colors?
Members of the audience who are not in a Scout uniform, please put your hand over your heart when I call for a Scout salute. Audience attention. Color guard advance. Scout salute. Please join me in the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard, post the colors. 2. Audience at ease.
Thank you all for being here. The Eagle Court of Honor is an event of great importance in a Scout's life. In order to achieve this high honor, the Scout has to complete many requirements, earn at least 21 merit badges, serve his troop in leadership positions, and plan and carry out a substantial service project for his community. This afternoon, we gather to celebrate Jackson's achievement and to recognize his hard work and dedication, and now declare this Court of Honor to be in session. Jackson's brother and Life Scout, Carter Jones, will now share the Scout Law and Oath.
To earn the highest rank in Scouting, a Scout must expend a great deal of time and effort. Therefore, the occasion that recognizes his accomplishments should be memorable. This afternoon, we shall recognize the accomplishments of Jackson Jones. When a boy becomes a Boy Scout, there is within him something that we call the spirit of scouting. This single lighted candle before you represents that spirit. Because the spirit of scouting embodies the principles of the Scout Oath and Law, it becomes a shining beacon of inspiration. Alone, this light may seem feeble, but when multiplied by more than 3.5 million Scouts in Scouting around the world, it is powerful indeed. After a boy enters Scouting, the Scout Law that he promises to obey begins to add to the guidance his faith and family provides him. One by one, using the flame from the spirit of Scouting, we shall light the symbols for each part of the Scout Law. There are 12 parts. Each is an important foundation in the building of a strong character. A Scout is trustworthy. A Scout tells the truth. He is honest and keeps his promises. People can depend on him. A Scout is loyal. A Scout is true to his family, friends, and Scout leaders, and his school and nation. A Scout is helpful. A Scout cares about other people. He willingly volunteers to help others without expecting payment or reward. A Scout is friendly. A Scout is a friend to all. He is a brother to other Scouts, and he offers his friendship to people of all races and nations and respects them even if their beliefs and customs are different than his own. A Scout is courteous. A Scout is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows that using good manners make it easier for people to get along. A Scout is kind. A Scout knows there is strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated, Without good reason, he does not harm or kill any living thing. A scout is obedient. A scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these rules and laws are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobeying them. A scout is cheerful. A scout looks for the bright side of life. He cheerfully does tasks that come in his way. He tries to make others happy. A scout is thrifty. A scout works to pay his own way, and help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources, and he carefully uses time and property. A scout is brave. A scout can face danger, although he is afraid. He has the courage to stand for what he thinks is right, even if others laugh at him or threaten him. A scout is clean. He keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He chooses the company of those who live by high standards. He keeps his home and community clean. And a scout is reverent. A scout is reverent towards God, and he is faithful in his religious duties, and he respects the beliefs of others. In the scout oath, the young scout promises upon his honor to do his best to do his duty, first to God and his country, and second to other people, and third to himself.
On my honor, I'll do my duty, guard my country. Obey the scout law, help other people at all times. To keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Scouting BSA recognizes our achievements by awarding badge of rank. Scout, Tenderfoot, Second Class, and First Class. Next comes Star and Life. The highest rank is Eagle. We will now begin the Scout rank.
The Scout badge is the first badge any Boy Scout earns after crossing over into a troop. The Scout badge is the very beginning of the scouting experience. By earning your Scout rank, you have begun the noble trail and journey to Eagle. Remember what is expected of you. Each time you recite the Scout oath and law, remember also the good example of those Scouts before you who are here to guide you on your trail.
The Chinese have a saying, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a single step." There is a lesson for us in that saying. In scouting, as in life, the rewards do not come to those who sit back and wait, but to those who continually take steps, both large and small, towards their ultimate goals. Tenderfoot Requirement offers a taste of that great adventure awaiting you in scouting, and can give you the basic skills you need to begin taking part in those adventures.
This second class represents the second major step in your scouting experience. You have earned the rank of second class by gaining a better idea of the skills you need for scouting and your life beyond scouting. The experience of scouting can lead you in many different directions. Only you can decide the direction you want to take. Just like a compass and a map are useful for finding your way through the woods, you can use the Scout Oath and Scout Law to chart your trip up the Eagle Trail. As you receive your second class, you have started charting your course through scouting, and you need to continue to follow this path.
The founder of scouting, Lord Baden-Powell, said that all scouts should earn first class. Now you have tested yourself even more. You have tried greater adventures and practiced your scout skills many times. With your confidence and knowledge you now have, people will expect more of you, and you will expect more of yourself. You are prepared to be more of a leader in your patrol, your troop, and your community.
Scouts that have earned the star rank have advanced in a way that obligates them to give younger scouts the service and experiences that they have received. Star Scouts lead the part of the troop which receives scouting and are now admitted to a smaller group who now provide scouting to our less experienced scouts. These young men have the privilege and duty to give scouting, to give leadership, guidance, and inspiration to younger scouts who will follow their lead. Their willingness to do so is a pledge of service and a sign that their understanding of the ideals of scouting is growing. The Star Scout badge that they wear is a constant reminder of the star of service that guides them on the trail to adulthood.
The rank of Life Scout is one that few scouts in the troop achieve. Scouts earning this rank have done so by showing their heart has the spirit of scouting. They have mastered the outdoor skills required to obtain the rank of first class, and then started learning more about scout spirit and service to others on the path of becoming Star Scout. By continuing to learn about service to others and gaining a deeper understanding of scout spirit, they earn the rank of Life Scout. In receiving their life rank, they are approaching their last step toward Eagle. They have shown that they can lead their troop in service and share in the scouting experiences they have received. The Life Scout badge that they now wear is a constant reminder of the life of service that will shine as a guide to lead them on the trail to adulthood.
The Eagle rank is Scouting's highest award. Only a small percentage of Scouts have ever reached this goal. Once an Eagle, always an Eagle. It helps those still on the trail to see the gathering of Eagle Scouts that continue to accompany them along their journey.
Mr. Abbott, please come forward. Scoutmaster, has the Eagle candidate Jackson Jones conducted himself in a manner that exemplifies scouting?
Yes. Yes, he has.
Eagle Scout Mr. Abbott will give Jackson the Eagle charge.
Thank you. So in all the time I've known Jackson, he has never been one to shy away from his responsibility as a good citizen of his community, a person dedicated to service to others, and most importantly, a leader. He knows, and I think you've all seen him demonstrate this, that as a leader you sometimes have to be directive, you have to correct people, but you also have to encourage, and sometimes you even have to step back and let mistakes be made for the lessons to sink in so that others may grow. Jackson is adept at playing all of these roles. I think he has the capacity to intertwine fun and focus, and we have seen him and appreciated his ability to be extremely goofy, playing the lead role in a skit, or wandering through the woods screaming like a Jersey Devil 1 second, and then providing a guiding hand in the next minute. He's a manager, he's a teacher, a planner, an organizer, but he's not just these things. He's also a true leader. People are willing to follow Jackson out of respect and out of the friendship and trust that he generates with everybody that he interacts with. This has been a trait that he's developed over a long period of time, and he's been showing it long before he received the white hat that you see here in the crowd that denotes Eagle rank members of Troop 303. But we all know that symbols of that achievement carry weight. The white hat is a local tradition, but the rank emblem on his shirt, the pin that he's going to receive today, and the notes that will inevitably be at the bottom of his resume from here on out, those are universally known symbols and will mark him forever as part of a very elite group. Jackson, the Eagle rank is one of honor and responsibility, one of obligation to uphold the ideals of scouting. Leadership, citizenship, duty to God,
country, and all Scouts past and present, and to humanity as a whole. People will look to your example in all of these things. As you live up to this obligation, you bring honor to yourself, to your fellow Scouts. When you fail to meet these obligations, your failure reflects on us all as well. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts, to your country, to God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the character and leadership abilities that you possess and demonstrate. You are to help her in all that she needs. She has a great past, and you are here to help make the future even greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and your fellow men. Live and serve so that those who know you will be inspired to follow in your footsteps and lead of their own accord. We have too many who use strength to exploit others and to gain selfish ends. I challenge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God, and you will leave behind a record of which every Scout may be proud. So at this point, let me ask you to stand up and face the crowd. And very briefly, I'd like all of the other Eagles in the room, young and old, to stand up briefly. Many times over the years, you've joined with your fellow Scouts in repeating an oath. It's one that you've said at least once a week for many, 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 many years. But I'm going to ask you to repeat a slightly different promise. The words that you say are similar, but they will mean more than they ever have before. And when you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your oath with the same words used to close the Declaration of Independence. I want you to keep in mind, the reason I've asked everybody to stand is that you're not alone. As you take your place in the Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts, all the Eagle Scouts who have preceded you stand behind you and with you to encourage you and hold you accountable to the oath that you're about to take. You may be seated. Jackson, please raise your right hand in the Scout sign and repeat after me. I affirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I affirm my allegiances to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities
the obligations and responsibilities
of the rank of Eagle Scout.
of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to make my training an example,
to make my training an example,
and my status and my influence
and my status and my influence
count strongly for better scouting
to count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my country,
in my country,
and in my contacts with others.
and in my contacts with others.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
2. So Jackson, by the power vested in me in the National Council of VSA, I hereby award you the rank of Eagle Scout. You have made Troop 303 very proud. May the qualities that inspired you to this achievement continue to lead you to even greater success in your life. Let me ask Jackson's mother and father to come forward, please.
If you could pin that onto Jackson.
While Dad's here to help, let me ask Mr. Menard to come forward and present the Eagle neckerchief and Eagle hat.
Oh.
Jackson will be among the first to admit that no great accomplishment is achieved alone, and particularly he couldn't have done what he has done without the help of his mother and father. So first, I would like you to present, this dad pin to your father in recognition of the assistance and service he's given you through this journey. And we all know that most of the real help comes from mom. Whether that is encouragement or reminders, getting him to places, it's been a long career. If you look up here after the ceremony, you'll see just how much family involvement has gone into this. So in recognition of your mom's support, please award this to your mother.
She's back there.
So it gives me great pleasure now to present to you Troop 303's newest Eagle Scout, Jackson Jones. How about a round of applause?
You did the Eagle Award, right? You just did that? All right, awesome. Yeah, okay, I know it. All right, sweet. All right. Thank you, Mr. Abbott. Jackson would now like to present an Eagle Scout Mentor lapel pin to his... No, we just did that too. No, it's... we did. Lapel pin to his father in recognition of his guidance throughout Jackson's journey in scouting. There's a lot of pins, too. Now I definitely know where we are because it's my turn to give a speech. I started writing this speech a month ago in my college apartment at 2 a.m., right before I had to wake up early the next morning to finish a project that was due the same day. And in true college kid fashion, I didn't touch the speech again until last night. First off, I want to thank everyone who came and to congratulate Jackson for reaching Eagle Scout, which is something that is not easily done nor happens often. I wanted this speech to have a theme, because every good speech has one. I'm not saying that this one's going to be good, I just wanted to try. After some thinking in the shower and coming up with lame themes like never give up or work hard, a word came into my mind: remembrance. I was just about to turn 4 when Jackson was born. He was right down the street from me, and I would visit often. We would play and wrestle, and I would accidentally hurt him a lot. And I even knocked out his tooth once with a pillow. He won't let me forget that. For a few years, I spent the night for St. Patrick's Day, and we would wake up to see what the leprechaun has left us. I would spend the night after Thanksgiving, and we would stay up till midnight and then listen to Christmas music to mark the official start of the Christmas season. We would walk around the woods behind his house to explore, try to build shelters, and find the pond that's back there. Then we went running back home when we started to hear gunshots. We got to spend time together in Scouts too, because I told Jackson that he should join Cub Scouts, and sure enough he did. We were both in Pack 561 and both went to Troop 303. We even got to go to Camp Shenandoah together. Sometimes I'll go to his house after a troop meeting and raid the pantry for snacks. I still do, but I also used to. Jackson was just sort of always around, and always glad he was. I guess Carter was there most of the time too. Reaching Eagle is no easy task. It takes a lot of dedication, determination, tenacity, and a lot of other words that mean the same thing. Jackson went through many challenges in order to get where he is now. Challenges that should not be forgotten. Challenges are meant to shape us, to help us grow, to make us stronger. If these challenges are forgotten once they are over, we suffer through them for nothing. Remembering the lessons you learned and incorporating them into your life is how you become the best version of yourself. Then after you do that, look back on who you used to be and see how much you've changed. Remembering where you used to be, the challenges you faced, and who you've become will give you the courage to keep moving forward. But of course, Jackson would not be here today without the people that helped him along the way. Once you've gotten through your hardships, remember the ones that lent a hand when you needed one. Never forget the goodness that people give to you, and be sure to never take it for granted. When you see someone in need of help, remember back to when you were in their scenario, and lend them a hand because you know what it's like. Sometimes people don't know that they're helping you. Sometimes you're surrounded by good people that are just there for you. Just them being them is all you need. A father, a mother, a brother, sister, son, daughter, cousin, or best friend. Never forget what they have done for you, even if it wasn't purposeful. Always appreciate a good, warm soul in your life. Never forget them. To close this out, I'll paraphrase a quote from a song I heard once. I have no idea what the song was, but the quote stuck with me. You die twice. Once when your body dies, and twice when your name is said for the last time forever. I encourage Jackson and everyone else to do absolutely great things in your life so that you will never die twice. So that the people will remember you for always and forever for those absolutely great things that you did. And also, don't let the people you love die twice. Always remember and never forget the ones that are no longer with us. Make sure their memory lives on. Do it for them and for you. Everyone in your life shapes you in some way. Every challenge helps you get stronger, and every memory you have is important. In honor of remembrance, I've got a present for Jackson. Come on up. It is a grommet from a retired American flag that I've had for years. And I think Jackson should hold on to it. I love you.
You too.
Will Tom Jones please come on up?
I just have a few words to say. Jackson, you're great. No, you're not getting away that easy. So first of all, I want to thank everybody who helped make today happen. It was a little chaotic for me to try to get all this stuff straight. Mom, thanks for trusting me to get all this stuff straight. And thank you all. It kind of shows that 303 is a community of family and friends that pull together and make things happen. So how did we get here? It kind of started with Logan. Like he said, he encouraged Jackson to join. But what really tipped the tipping point was one night I get a phone call from Logan's dad, Uncle Rocky, back in the back there. Logan's building this thing called a Pinewood Derby car, and he needed some tools and some help getting it together. So I said, come on over to your garage. We'll figure this out. So he came over and worked in the garage. And, of course, Jackson's always under Logan's feet at that age and, trying to help him and see what this is all about. And that Saturday, we went to watch the Pinewood Derby. And when Jackson saw those cars zooming down that track, oh, my gosh, the hook was set. That was it. He looked at me and said, Dad, I want to do that. So, that was kind of the start right there. And now, you've been in Scouts for 11 years, a little bit more, and you have just taken every little bite of Scouting there is. There's nothing Jackson hasn't done and hasn't, enjoyed. He has grown so much as a dad. I'm proud to watch you become the young man you are. This has just been an incredible journey. And it's been fun to watch all of you grow and be part of that. It's been quite an adventure. You gave me the mentor pin. I really appreciate that. I thank you for allowing me to go along your venture with you. As a Scout master and as a dad, I know it's my duty to teach you things, but I think I've learned just as much from you as you have from me. And I'll always remember those things. So I just want you to know, your mom and I, we love you very, very much. And we're so very proud of you, what you've accomplished, because this is your accomplishment. And it's all up from here, buddy. And I have a little token here. This is an Eagle Scout coin. Once an eagle, always an eagle. So I'm going to give that to you now.
We've heard a lot this afternoon about the long road to becoming an Eagle Scout. Now our honoree will have the chance to tell us what becoming an Eagle Scout means to him.
Oh man, this all feels very weird. Like my dad said, I have been doing scouting for 11 years now. I'm 17 years old. That's most of my life. And it's really been a lot. I was trying to come up with a speech to write before coming here. I wrote some notes down, but really there's so much that happened. But I thought the biggest thing that scouting ever did for me, it made me grow as a person. When I joined Boy Scouts for the first time, I was very timid, very shy, didn't do much. You wouldn't even know I was there. Some of the older Scouts didn't even know my name. The first ever... I did. The first ever board review I did for Tenderfoot rank, I couldn't even do it alone. I had to do it with Zach and another one of my friends because I was too shy to go talk to the Scoutmaster alone. It was scary. Yeah. But there were so many experiences that I had through scouting that just built me up, made me better. And I can think of two of them specifically I want to share. The first one, and a lot of you guys know about this one, was me just being a den chief. For those of you who don't know what that is when a older scout from a troop, like any of these guys here, go to a Cub Scout pack and they help a den out and they just do activities with them, go on camps with them, teach them skills. I decided to do that because I had a den chief when I was in Cub Scouts. And it wasn't something I was particularly, good at yet, because I was very shy, but I just went out of my way. I'm like, I'm going to do this. And there I learned to just be energetic, be out there. I just learned to be outgoing. There's no real shame if a bunch of kids think you're weird. They're little kids. And I found I liked being a little kid too. But with den chiefing, I know there's 3 of the guys here today. Corbin, Charlie, where's Brady at? There's Brady. There was a few more too, like Matthew, who I went to summer camp with. They went to Goshen.
And that was just one of the best times of my life, taking these guys to Goshen with me. You know, they had their own fun experiences, but I had fun leading them. And it was a hard time, too, because, you know, I'd have them in a line. And all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, where's the 7th one? Matthew, there you are. All right, come over here. 1, 2, 3. Where's everyone else? You guys were a rambunctious group. And, you know, I thought you guys were going to have so much more energy than me the whole time. Until we did that one hike up to Jump Rock, and then you guys were dead for the rest of the week. That's where I passed you in energy levels. But, just that was one of the first experiences that really opened me up, really brought the shyness out of me. I learned how to go out there. I went to Goshen a lot. You'll go over there and see all the hats I've collected over the years. I went there as a Cub Scout, went there as a Den Chief, and then I worked there for a year. And every year, I think I just got a little bit more outgoing. The second experience that I had in scouting that really stuck with me is kind of an odd one, because it's very specific. It was one night that changed a lot of things. I know a few people have heard it, but I was at Sea Base for the first time I went. And that's an outer island adventure. You know, you go with barely anything. There's no toilets, no showers. You basically have nothing. You are surviving on the bare minimum. I was sleeping in my hammock and a thunderstorm rolled through. It's the middle of the night, and my hammock was getting drenched. It was one of the worst experiences I ever had. My rainfly wasn't working. The bug net was only making the water worse because it was just dripping on my forehead like Chinese water torture. I was cold, I was wet, I was alone, and I was kind of scared because at this point I was still kind of young. And there wasn't anyone that could help me. And I just kind of laid there that night, just hoping things would get better. But I somehow fell asleep during that. And in the morning I woke up, and the sun was rising over the water, just like it did every morning. The day was hot, it was nice, everyone got up, you know, all experiencing the same thing. And we just, you know, carried on with our day. And I feel like that experience helped me a lot, where I learned to see the next day. You can go through a lot of pain and struggle, and in the moment things might just seem awful, but there's going to be that sunrise in the next day. And I like to remember that moment, even though it was just one night, one miserable night. And I've had a lot of those. I could go on and on about those. Trail to Eagle, it's been a long one. And it's 11 years of my life. And it's now coming to an end. I got my Eagle Scout rank in less than a month. I'm going to age out of scouting. And it's going to kind of be weird. But from what I've learned, from what I've heard from other people and other Eagles in my life, is it never really truly ends. You know, the skills you learn as Eagle Scout, I mean, I'm only 18 years old, and I've already done so much with my life. And I now have the foundation to do so much more. And I'm excited to use these skills and really just keep growing as a person in my life. And I have scouting to thank for that. And not just scouting, everyone else who's here. I mean, this journey would not be possible without every person in my life supporting me and giving me the courage I needed to do what I needed to do. So I thank all of you. That's what I have to say.
That was great. Would Mr. Pinnell, District Eagle Representative, please come forward to make the presentation on behalf of the Western Shore District and National Capital Area Council.
I get to have the pleasure of being here as the District Eagle Rep instead of Mr. Joe Essex, which unfortunately couldn't be here today. But I'm also the Advancement Chair for Troop 303. So I get to see all of those things that come through as these boys get through their ranks, their merit badges, and all the other things that get logged in for accomplishment. 21 merit badges required, certain number of camping nights, all of those things. I get to be the one that gets it all logged, and then comes the workbook and for their project. And I get to see that after they've completed it so that I can then get it to the council. So then we can have the Eagle Board. I get to sit on the Eagle Board, get to hear all of those comments. So that's as the advancement chair and as the district Eagle. I also sit on those boards for other troops. So Jackson, as everybody has said many a time so far here, once an Eagle, always an Eagle, and you're a marked man, right? But everything we've given you so far, you don't goes with this uniform. So you don't wear this uniform. That's not so. From the district, we like to give the belt buckle so that you can wear and show and be proud that you're an Eagle in any uniform that you so choose.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pinnell. Will the guests please rise for the retiring of the colors?
Scout salute. Color guard, please retire the colors. Two. Audience at ease.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our Eagle Court of Honor. Jackson and his family invite you to enjoy cake in the back following the ceremony.
Before you break up and go back and have cake, I just kind of a testament to what scouting teaches scouts. Jackson learned a lesson about adversity today, adapt and overcome. As he was leaving to come here today, I forgot to close the tailgate on the truck, and the coolers fell out on the road on the way here this morning. So, as that being said, there's water and there's some sodas in the red cooler, and I believe there's a sheet of an ice sheet there. If you go below that and grab a soda, you're taking your life in your hands. So please be careful with that. So just recognizing that we always adapt and overcome. So please join us for some cake and cupcakes in the back. Thank you.
I realized that we're done with it. I was like, oh.
During the ranks discussion?
I knew it was happening there. I thought it was more about like, so that's a good my phone down there.
Good, you did a fantastic job. This isn't the way I intended it to work, but it's working, so. Oh, that
He still maintained like a 3.87. He's fully into the mechanical school of mechanical engineering, and they got him on the honors track.
They left the house. He got really quiet.
Yeah. I don't have to touch this in my head anymore.
That's just like
Oh my god. It's funny. Is that your family? From the
No, that's not very good. That one was not as
All the Boy Scout discs go.
There you go.
Hey.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I got.
You get a picture of it.
Yeah.
I'll get a nice close up. Are you officially relieved now?
I'm relieved for the moment.
For the moment. Okay.
Till the next crisis, right? We're good.
All right. Very good.
I'm still working on this.
Good seeing you. Get a little girl a hug. Take it easy. Have a safe trip back.
They were shuttling water out of anywhere nearby. They just couldn't put the thing out. And then on Twitter, the fire department posted, this picture like they do around here. And then all the comments were, well, our mistakes. Was it working? Thank God we got a vegan set. Vegans in the background.
So, we need to do plants on
It is something.